Hello, C.D.R. Studios here,
And PFH Stop Motions.
Shut up, I was talking. I'm gonna kill
Today
you.
we're going to be doing a review of Jurassic Park 3 and why it's better than all of the others, especially Dominion.
Yep, that film is...
Not as good as I thought it was, because why bugs?
Hey, studio execs, hey, people have been wanting in this whole new trilogy called Jurassic World to see dinosaurs roaming around the world, and you know what the payoff is going to be?
Bugs.
A Bug's Life.
It's to be a review of Jurassic Park 3, not Dominion.
Yeah, we
Or
can...
is it a Dominion review? Which one? Should we change it? Which one?
Jurassic Park 3.
Jurassic Park 3, okay.
We Spino.
Yes.
In Spino we trust. Giganotosaurus can go...
Die.
Yeah.
Biganosaurus, not a bad design. I don't know what the fin on its back is. It's a copy in the Spinosaurus, which is much better. It's not as good. The Spinosaurus is incredible. The male Velociraptor in Jurassic Park 3 looks so cool, along with... I really like the bird cage.
Yeah, the birdcage sequence was very good.
I used to call it, not Jurassic Park 3 or the one with the Spinosaurus. I used to call it Jurassic Park, the bird cage. I didn't know what else. I was like, yeah, that's because that's the most memorable thing in it.
I'm just going to animate in the background so people have something to watch whilst they're listening to us.
Okay, yeah.
So,
It's just nothing happening.
yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, the story, I quite liked it. They lost their kid and...
They lost their miniature clone.
Yeah, he got lost. I always got confused at the beginning, because, like, you know when... So the boat's driving along by the water.
Fog, and then they dead.
Yeah, but then it doesn't hit a rock, so there's no big junk, like,
Also,
clunky
because they
stuff. And it starts getting ripped apart. I always thought, well, is there some kind of dinosaur in the water or something that kills them?
I used to think...
Because there's blood on the, like, the tarpaulin on top.
Okay.
And then the boat's destroyed.
I'm going to tell you what it is.
What?
Pteranodons.
Because
there was originally going to be a scene where Alan Grant, they're going to go to the boat to like get wreckage or something, and then Alan Grant's like turns around and then he's like, and then he's like, they're in the trees, and then one of the pteranodons goes. And then they all lift up like that one trailer scene in Dominion where the unrendered bug swarm goes up.
Oh.
And then the whole chase sequence ensues, because Jurassic Park 3, let's face it, is dinosaur chase scene to dinosaur chase scene to dinosaur chase scene to dinosaur chase scene.
Good.
It's just dinosaur.
And I know people don't like it because, like, the T-Rex dies. Because they're like, oh my god, the T-Rex, no.
Who care?
Yeah.
Who genuinely care?
The Spinosaurus is so cool. The design, it's not accurate because they didn't know it back in 2001, but it still looks so cool. I like the paint scheme, like the colouring on it looks really nice. And sort of grey.
I feel like I'm listening to one of your figure reviews. Can we get off the paint?
Yes, let's get off the paint. So, what do you want to talk about then?
The Spinosaurus.
That's right.
Because when I was younger, I was like, but the T-Rex. But then when I was older, I was like, when you're younger, you feel for the T-Rex. When you're older,
because that's like the one of the only dinosaurs you ever knew was that's a T-Rex because it has two claws. Yet there were so many with two claws. That's just for some
not that
reason.
many. It's only just tyrannoids or dinosaurs that got on a
still.
bit too much of a scrap.
Yeah, but basically, to a child, any carnivorous dinosaur is a T-Rex besides a Velociraptor. Like you look at like any Allosaurus.
Well, to be honest,
that's a
though,
T-Rex.
because I was pretty much of a Sigma child when it came to dinosaurs. I had my big book of dinosaurs in my bag when I walked into reception.
Oh yes, I remember having those.
I refused to listen to story time and drink the Milky, but I drank the Milky out of the carton and read my dinosaur book because I was so cool. And I knew what Allosaurus was.
I used to watch Nigel Marvin.
He is currently making a Therizinosaurus from Chased by Dinosaurs, the giant, the big boy claw.
Yeah, which is currently, it's close to being finished. I need to do more sculpting on the muscles add the detail, mould it, and cast it
You
out.
see, this is what happens when two people who don't like scripts are not using a script. We're just rambling.
Yeah. Oh, we're forgetting to talk about the actual thing. But who cares?
How did we get onto Chase? Oh yeah, yeah, because you like that T-Rex. Yeah. But when you're older, you feel for the Spinosaurus. Like, bro,
Yeah.
he was like. Imagine your point of view from the Spinosaurus. You're vibing on your island. You are like the king, and then a bunch of people who are like, Eric, with a megaphone are like.
And then one of them shoots at you because they're scared. You run out into the middle of the field. A plane flies at you.
And then it hits you. You just instantly regen. We can't really tell whether that's Cooper's blood or the Spinosaurus.
I always thought it's because it hit the sail on the Spinosaurus.
Yeah, I always thought that, and that's why it's chasing them throughout the island.
But then there's no damage on its fin. So
we don't actually see that side of the Spinosaurus through the film.
But
we always see it from one angle.
True.
Except for like the very ending where it's at night. So you can't really see if there's any damage. But we can infer that there isn't. Because I've got a big book of Jurassic Park knowledge that I got the other day, and it shows like the Spinosaurus animatronic that looks really cool.
And also it probably is just to show that, Cooper is dead.
Yeah, well, as if...
Because like the damage to the Spinosaurus, that wouldn't really add much to the aspect of the film. But like they're just doing it.
I love how you're acting out what you're saying with the Godzilla figure.
I do that a lot. Yes.
Weirdo.
But like,
says as grabbing the shin off the floor.
But like the film, I'm glad that Bloomin' shush.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just acting it out.
It was quite interesting. Like
Galaxy.
I never really understood. Like the boat at the end has the big cage on.
Yeah.
Like, what was the cage for? Like, was that for like a raptor? Like, because they never, you don't really. And also, the thing that I always confused me is like out of nowhere, they're like, oh yeah, this place exists where like the male velociraptor is first seen, but they look into the tank and they're sort of staring at them. Like that place is never explained, like where that's meant to be, or like what it had in what was so significant about it.
Barney
was it, like,
the
specific for?
Barney the dinosaur is the antagonist of the film because that stupid child who has a name that's similar to mine, potential name reveal? No. That child stops from giving the phone to his mommy. Why do you say it as mom, Americans? Tell me your secrets. That dumbass kid starts to watch Barney the dinosaur and starts dance. Like, that's kind of innocent, but like...
Yeah, but like...
The urgency in Grant's voice, if I were 5 years old, I would stop watching like Sarah and Duck or whatever to give the phone to Mum.
No, I'd just start crying because I'd be scared at a grown man shouting at me from the phone.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, it's fine, he's screaming at me, I'll watch some Barney the dinosaur.
Yeah, but he is yelling like, give the phone to Mum, and he knows them.
He
know
does.
each other, yeah, because at the beginning of the film, they're like playing with dinosaurs. And Velociraptor is so big they can just stand on its tippy toes to bite Brachiosaurus in the face.
No, it wasn't a Brachiosaurus.
Oh yeah, it's Triceratops.
The kid was playing with the Triceratops.
And then Grant's like, hey kid, that's a herbivore, it doesn't really eat that. And Charlie's like, turns around and he's like, what you saying, boy? And
then he starts talking about, oh yeah, you know, I would kill it, a velociraptor. And he starts talking about how velociraptors disembowel their prey to a child.
I feel like that's his fetish. Like like Steven Spielberg has a spotlight fetish. If you rewatch the first film when they're talking about like politics and before you even knew what you had, you patented it and you put it on a lunchbox and you're selling it. You can see like a spotlight going on like the flare lens on their side. Like, yeah. What do you think about the raptor redesign?
I quite liked it.
Oh yeah, I forgot I was animating.
I quite liked the male velociraptor. I think it was really cool. With, like,
as you're saying now, I'm just gonna animate the velociraptor from Draper 3 now.
Nice, and it had like the sort of bluey, very light blue stripe down the side. Might have been for like a thing. They took inspiration from that for Blue. Big Boy Blue. Maybe.
Who's a girl?
Yes. But like the other raptors, I like the female one that was like, I don't know the name for it, but the white one with like the
I call that one the alpha.
Yeah,
she acts like the alpha.
One. That was pretty cool. Except the alpha was the male one.
Yeah, but all of the males look like that.
There's only one male in that.
No, there's multiple. They all look the
I only remember
same.
seeing one.
There's only one that looks different, and that's the female. Well, we can infer that
There
that's
are more
the female.
than one female, though.
I'd say that that's the only female, but that's just my opinion. I've watched that film too many times.
I've watched it like 3 times. I can't really remember.
I watched it like 20 when I was like 2.
The one
I
Jurassic
didn't
Park
even-
film I've watched the most probably is Fallen Kingdom, because it's on TV so much.
For me, it's Jurassic World because that's always been on TV every Christmas, and it's kind of like a little tradition now.
Nah, Fallen Kingdom is on not just Christmas, but like throughout the entire
Christmas,
year.
Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all these things.
Even Easter. This is on.
Really? Was it on at Easter?
Yeah.
Really?
It's on all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know what on.
No,
It's
just
on
ITV
so
usually.
much.
It's usually ITV because they buy the license, they rent the license, and then they're like, "We can milk you."
Yeah.
Like that. I forgot what he's called now. The YouTuber, the "I can milk you" meme. I don't really watch him. I don't know who he is. I forgot. I can't be bothered. But yeah, that's yeah. What about the Brachiosaur? I noticed that they have like real chonk face, really chonk
they?
neck. Yeah, like if you look
couldn't
at
tell the difference.
if you look at the close up on their neck, it looks real chonk. Hang on, I'll get my Jurassic Park book. I'll show you an image, and then you'll understand what I mean. Oh, stop it! I can tell when you move something. I have senses on the back.
Let's move like this, so I just.
Yeah, that's-
I'll move it back. I'll move it.
Stop touching it. Where is the chonk neck? Chonk neck.
There.
That looks really cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, the Spino is the fact that they built a whole set and they had them on tracks was really impressive.
Because in Jurassic Park 2 they kind of used it for the first time when the T-Rexes walk up to the car
Yeah.
with Eddie Carr in it.
Did they use like the CGI? They CGI'd the legs, didn't they?
I think so.
Yeah, because like the main body.
Yeah, here we go. Chonk neck. Look at that neck.
Oh yeah, it had the sort of like dewlap type thing.
Yeah, that Zilla has.
Yeah, except
Generous.
not as exaggerated.
But it still looks really weird, especially if you guys have played Jurassic World Evolution 2 and you've used that skin on the Brachiosaurs, you know what I mean. my family, you know what I mean. You wouldn't understand.
The chonky face, I'd say, is the Parasaurolophus from the front. Like, have you seen what
the chonk. He got the chonk.
Especially like on the Hammond Collection Parasaurolophus. If you look at it from the front, oh my God, it's like the I don't know what it is, the emoji of like the head with the massive, like he's staring directly at you with a big, like massive head.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Honestly, I don't know too much either. Basically, it's just massive head, like big, wide head. It looks hilarious.
What did you think about the characters? Because we've just been talking about the dinosaurs for like 12 minutes
they're
straight.
the important bit. Like the characters, I never really pay much attention to the characters. I liked the sort of the guy who was stealing the eggs.
Oh, Billy.
Yeah, Billy. He reminded me a bit of
Baxter.
No, the woman, the girl in Camp Cretaceous.
I thought you were about to say Sarah Connors. Oh,
no, the one in Camp Cretaceous, the girl who was working for
Manticore, secretly.
Oh, what was her name? The farmer one. The one who lived on a farm. You know who I
The
mean?
annoying one.
Yeah. No.
I call her. I thought she was a bit annoying. Like she was a bit too yelly. And a bit too upbeat, like when they were about to be killed by dinosaurs, and then randomly she just starts crying. In season 3, I remember when she
gets stabbed with the Scorpius Rex quill, yeah.
And then she turns into Shrek for like an episode.
She just becomes completely green.
Wait, hang on, watch.
She would have died from blood then.
Well, there wasn't.
Nice.
Well, they didn't take it out, so they only took it out like.
Yeah. But having that in your chest, that would hurt. That would like.
Well, yeah, we just watched Cloverfield, and we were talking about like how unrealistic that the person who was impaled on the spike didn't pass out with pain.
Yeah, and blood loss.
And
Same
also,
with the woman who got the massive bite on her shoulder.
Yeah, and then we don't know whether she got exploded or her head shot.
No, I'm pretty sure she got shot because
also
like, 2 people held each arm, and maybe it was like if they did shoot her, why? I want to know. I want someone to like explain
maybe because there's
to
like
me.
an illness.
Maybe.
Cloverfield illness.
And also
That should be the next film, seeing as they're disregarding the other 2.
Yeah, I'm glad about that.
Yeah, that I haven't seen them, but from what he's told me, they're terrible.
Yeah.
Also, you barely see the monster. You
You see it at the end of Paradox.
the third one.
You see, I don't know, Paradox. You see its head appear out of the clouds, which
And then
is like
that's
the
it.
one bit. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure in like one of them, like Cloverfield Lane, the parasites are there, and you like occasionally see it off in the distance.
Just like little Zoidberg scuttle.
Yeah, like you see like the outline of Cloverfield off in the distance, like ever so slightly.
Okay, so Cloverfield is still attacking.
Well, I think it's like in a farm. I think.
Is it still the
farmhouse.
first? Is it still the one from the first one? Because didn't they nuke it all and then everybody died?
Well, there's obviously a bigger one at the end of Paradox.
Yeah, but is that the same one
I have
as the one in
idea.
Lane?
I
Anyway,
also haven't watched them.
also, aren't we talking about Jurassic Park 3, not Cloverfield?
Yes, it's because you started talking about her getting impaled
Oh yeah. But like,
on the spike in the building from
Oh, yeah.
Cloverfield. When I was talking about the girl from Camp Cretaceous.
oh yeah. What do you think about the effects? The animatronic work was very good,
The
but
animatronic was incredible. The way that I saw like the arms for
Oh, yeah,
the
that video you
Spinosaurus,
sent
they
me.
were done like a Jaeger
Yeah.
from Pacific Rim. Like this guy had like a massive like robotic thing.
yeah,
on
it
his
kind of looks
arm.
like the thing in the original Jurassic Park where they're showing like the DNA in the lab when they're on the tour and it's like kind of moving his hands.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It
It
was
reminded
really
me a
cool.
lot of that.
Yeah, I think the effects were very good. I can't remember if like the fire. No, that wasn't real. They couldn't have done that. That would have been like stupidly unsafe. And
Oh yeah, in my
dangerous.
big book of Jurassic Park, I call it that, even though it's called the Complete Visual Dictionary. It says that they use like a technique inside of the animatronics that could kind of simulate muscle movement under
Oh.
the skin.
Yeah, that's the way I knew that the way they did the original T-Rex and like the CGI ones was they had the skeleton, they animated the skeleton, then they animated the muscle, then they just put the skin on top.
Isn't that just how they do normal CGI for like monsters and stuff?
I don't know, but I heard it first from Jurassic Park.
Okay.
So I think, like, I saw like the making of the CGI for the T-Rex and all that, and it was quite interesting.
But yeah, like, did you hear? I think I've already told you this, but like, in the making of Jurassic Park 3, the reason why the T-Rex animatronic is only used for like 3 seconds of the film is because the Spinosaurus, because they did like a whole day of shooting of like the dinosaurs hitting each other,
Yeah.
and then the Spinosaurus hit it a bit too hard, and then like a massive crack formed in the head, and it started to like swing. So one of the people had to literally jump onto it with like a cleaver and cut it so that it wouldn't like spaz out or something.
Oh,
Um,
that'd be quite cool. Oh, like,
And then,
you
like-
should have got that on camera.
yeah, sadly it wasn't rolling, and it looked like the Spinosaurus had decapitated it, and like sparks and like fluids was pouring out, so it looked like it was bleeding.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I really wish we got to see that.
Or at least someone had like a camera and was filming it like behind
Yeah.
the scenes.
That would be sick.
I don't know I don't think that is like a proper behind the scenes thing. They should do bloopers and like have that as part of it if
Yeah.
they have the camera running. It doesn't make sense why they didn't have the camera running though. Like if it worked really well.
No, because they were testing it, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
They're like testing to make sure it worked so that the actors wouldn't be in danger or anything. Even though I don't think they would be on the same set.
True.
Because like all the stuff with like Alan Grant and then being squished, somehow
You
being...
get squished onto the log, but I'm pretty sure that's with CGI, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, the foot is squished into the log.
Yeah, the foot is definitely CGI.
Yeah.
But like the rest is, yeah. Look at my animation. It's so good.
That is very fluid movement. That is
It
very
has lots of joints in the tail. And then it just breaks neck. But yeah, hang on, let me just show you the joints in its tail. Look at that, all of them joints.
Oh my god.
Microscopic.
That's better than any necker.
That's better than any figure.
True.
And then look at their eyes.
Even the eyes are jointed.
Yeah, like
What
you
is
can
the
move
eyes?
that.
Oh, it's got like a. That's good. I have used.
Yeah, you just don't like
used it-
stick
yeah,
notes.
I don't
You
like
made a
it.
video like a year ago of King Ghidorah.
With one neck, with one head.
Yeah, I didn't really know how you used stick notes when I first got it.
Yeah, same with me. I didn't know how to import a figure. I got a 2019 model, but it came in like 10 different parts,
Yeah.
and one of them was missing, even though I downloaded all of them. and I just got so confused.
I think it's because when you download them, you need to save them all, and maybe you didn't save that one bit.
Oh.
Because I've missed out quite a few bits. What about the story of JP3?
I mean, I quite liked it. The mother and father saying, "Oh yeah, we're not going to land." They go there. They land after knocking out Alan Grant.
Yep.
They're looking for their son. Their son saves Alan Grant.
Yep.
They
Kind of
all
a
go looking for him.
juxtaposition from the big strong man save child trope.
Yeah. And then it ends with them defeating the Spino. The blooming...
Army.
Yeah, the army...
The navy, the
all of them
RAF.
appear. Just to save 3 random people is quite...
I thought... Oh yeah, it is 3 because...
3? All the others died.
No, 4 because
4.
Eric, Amanda, whatever the man's name is. I remember this... I can't believe I remember.
Did the guy with the parachute who was stealing the eggs survive?
Yes, he did. They find him in the helicopter, and he's like...
Oh yeah, he did.
He's
So that's
basically...
fine.
He's practically dead.
Where did they find him?
I don't know.
I can't remember. What happened to him? Did he fall in the water?
Yeah, he fell into the water, and then like the last we see him is of pteranodons like pecking him, trying to pick him out of the water, and then it pans by a pteranodon. Then the camera focuses on it whilst they go by, and then the pteranodon turns around and is like,
Oh,
"Get
I
the
always
hell
loved,
out of here!"
I always loved that scene. The way the head moved, and front on, it looks absolutely like
It looks real.
terrifying and real. It's amazing. The Stan Winston Studios did a blooming good job with the models, as they've always
I did
done.
yummy toes, as you like them.
No, that's
foot
you.
shot. No, you started with the foot shot. You know what is the best scene of Jurassic Park 3?
What?
Alan.
Alan.
That Velociraptor is the main character
That
of
is
the film.
amazing. And it turns out it's all the Velociraptor having a dream.
Yeah, because in my big book of Jurassic Park, it shows like the shot where just before the T-Rex piss grenade is fired.
Oh yeah.
It
And
shows
all the...
one animatronic, 2 CGI models, and then it shows the CGI models kind of like looking like they're fading away, and then
There's the actual animatronic
and
of
then-
the male Velociraptor.
and then Alan Grant is staring at the animatronic, I'm pretty sure, and then I've captioned it, "Friends, where are you going?" Because he's staring at them as they're fading away, and then one of them goes, "Take your pills."
Yeah, I kind of like that as a story. I think that would be pretty good.
He is that raptor is the main character. He should get some help. He just wanted to be friends
I
with
bet they
Alan.
had quite a lot of fun with that scene.
Yeah.
Like puppeteering the Velociraptor going...
Also, have you
"Alan."
seen the feet, the kind of like Velociraptor jeans that the guy wore, and it's just like legs.
Yeah. Where it's sort of like... It's
There's
like
like
that...
a little iPad attached.
Yeah, it's like that famous image of the original Godzilla suit actor trying on the legs.
Yeah,
It's
because
exactly like that.
because they
except
cut
it
the
has an
originals.
iPad.
Yeah, as a little iPad attached to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I think, like, out of 10, what would you rate Jurassic Park?
Yeah, because this
3?
video is like 25 minutes long. We
What
need
would
to
you
wrap
rate
it up.
Out of 10.
I want to ask you first.
For me, because personally it's my favourite film, I still need to rewatch the second one.
Yeah, you haven't even watched it in full, and I keep telling you to. You're like, no.
I have watched it in full.
Yeah, that was
Ages.
ages ago. You haven't
Yeah,
watched
that
it
was a
in
while ago.
ages.
Out of 10, I'd give it, honestly, like a 8.7 out of 10.
You're going into decimals now?
Yes.
Decibels? Decibels
Or
is
like a
sound.
9. 8.7 to 9.
Yeah, because rounded up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't do out of 5 because then I'd have to go into decimals, so I just do out of 10, but then you're going into hundreds.
Okay, so like from 1 to 10, no decimals. I rate it 9. What would you?
11.
11.
Just because of Alan. Wait, hang on.
That is
Let
such
me
a
do
good
it on
scene.
the animation. Alan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's been nice talking to you about Jurassic Park 3, and we might do a Dominion review.
Yeah. If we do Dominion, then we have to do them all.
Oh god, yes.
But we
shall.
have a script. We have somewhat of a script because we don't like scripts.
We have like a thing to talk about. So like number 1, dinosaurs, people, story, bugs,
yeah, just like
or something.
Yeah. little spoiler for the next video. Executives for Dominion. Hey, this new trilogy has been leading up to dinosaurs roaming in cities. You know what the fans want? Bugs.
So true.
Hey, also, our name's up.